I don't have time to play video games. I don't have time to watch a fucking show I want to watch. I don't have time to do shit except for what everybody else wants me to do. And you know what? I'm fucking sick of it.
Oh.
It's a show by Chris and Neil with all great movies. They are the real deal. We watch them all, so you don't have to. It's movies that don't suck and some that do.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, listener of all ages, this is another episode of Movies Don't Suck and Some Do. My name is Neil.
And I'm Chris.
And my Dr. Fate helmet does not fit over
the headphones.
My headphones.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. I tried. I was trying that while the theme song was playing. It did not work. My friend Topher just sent me a picture about him in a referee costume that I gave him because it doesn't fit me because I'm fat. Anyway, so today we're talking two movies that are out there in the viewing world. Just like this week, next week we'll be talking like what Pray for the Devil and Weird Al or whatever. Yeah. Anyway, this week I don't know what movies we're doing next week yet. We'll talk about that later. So this week we are talking two movies that are out there in the world for all of us to watch. First is the movie Stranger, which comes from us from I said The Stranger.
Okay, sorry. I heard you said Stranger, not The Stranger.
I said The Stranger.
Oh, I mean,
I said.
I mean, you have the bad memory.
You're the one that has the really shitty memory.
All right, The Stranger. Who's in The Stranger?
I know I got the helmet, but where can I put it? And I got to be careful with it because it is handmade.
There we go. That works.
There we go.
Yeah,
it's kind of like it. Yeah. Anyway. The Stranger coming from Netflix because they make movies now
in Australia.
and they starring the guy who did that movie once about fighting, Joel Edgerton.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Part of the reason I stuck around because I thought I'd finally get you all to myself. But you didn't have any interest in training me. Yeah, Tommy was the one.
Oh, Brendan, I was a drunk. I mean, Brendan, I'm sorry.
Oh, forget it. You're always a front runner. Never had any interest in underdogs. But I was your son.
You are my son, Brendan.
Am I?
Yeah, you are.
So, that's Joel Edgerton, not Nick Nolte, but Joel Edgerton's in that. And I want to mention that Joel Edgerton for a long time, he was my boy. He was my Gosling. He was my Shia.
I know, but what movies has he been in?
Not a whole lot since then.
Ever.
Oh, with The Invitation, he's been in that, dude.
Let's see. The Great Gatsby, I guess, is a good one.
Oh, The Gift. Loving. Come on, dude. Loving. You haven't seen Loving, have you?
No, I don't know that one. I don't know that one. I'm trying to read him.
He was in The Green Knight. He was in The Green Knight. Gringo. Red Sparrow.
I know he was in The Green Knight.
It Comes at Night.
Yeah. Oh, Star Wars. Yeah, I forgot he was in Star Wars. There he goes. Yeah, he wasn't a good movie once.
Hey, come on.
Because King Arthur sucked. Even that edition, Ned Kelly wasn't that good. Even the Star Wars ones he was in are not that good. Oh, Smoking Aces. That's a good one. There we go. So he's had 3 good movies in his career.
Black Mass is good. Midnight Special is good. He Comes at Night is good. I like Gringo is good.
He's in the original Midnight Special with freaking Robert De Niro and Al Pacino.
No, we're talking about Jeff Nichols' Midnight Special.
Oh well, that doesn't exist.
And
the original Midnight Special.
He's in Loving, which I think you like Loving, dude. But whatever.
Whatever.
But anyway, Joel Edgerton's my boy. Joel Edgerton's my boy.
I'm just bucked with you today. Maybe I did need to have a cigarette before I came online. But anyway, also in this movie, Sean Harris is a part of this movie, sir.
I'm glad to hear it. Because the same thing happened to me a few years back. I took a boy from his family in Marseille. It was a long negotiation, to say the least. Went on for so long, I made a mistake. I bonded with the boy. We became close. They kept saying he wanted to come and visit me when it was all over.
I watched that clip like 4 times for to understand what he was saying. I was like, what is he talking about? Like, what is he saying? Because this is...
You didn't understand that it was him about his story about him kidnapping a boy.
Yeah, I figured that out.
And
But
then
like,
he had to bury their body.
It's just his voice was his accent was so thick and like and gruff, and I was like, what? like, but I get it now.
I gotta make fun of him, dude. Why can't you just be friends and nice?
I like
be
Sean,
nice to people.
I like Sean
Gosh.
Harris. He's such a dirty ass.
Sean Harris is a good actor. He's been in a lot of good movies, unlike Joel Edgerton.
Hey,
anyway, and then Jada Albert's in this as well.
You're not the man I married. What you've done to our community, what you're doing to them now. You abandoned us.
You done?
You left your daughter in front of a troop of armed men. I can't ever forgive you for that.
You had Colin with you.
You're her father.
Yeah, so but there's tons of other people in this movie, but those are the 3 main ones that we're easy to find clips for. Because I tried to find clips for other people, it's impossible. You know, like for Ian Leslie or
Really?
or Steve,
Really?
or
You
Steve,
mean my job is hard?
or Steve
You
Mouzakis.
mean my job takes hours?
I almost found one. I
Hours?
almost found a good one for Steve Mouzakis, but it's not very good in the first place. I'm like, it's like a clip from like Prison Break where he talks for 3 seconds maybe. So like,
yeah, see now you know that how difficult it is to do my gig every week. All right, and then coming up, the big sexy movie of the week.
Did you edit this movie? Did you edit this at the end of the week, dude?
What the hell? Editing takes like an hour.
No, it takes
an hour and a half.
It takes more than that.
It takes like 5.5 hours to get the information and stuff that I look up.
I mean,
at minimum.
Do you want me to leave the podcast right now? Is that what you're doing?
I don't know, dude. You're being really mean today.
No, you're over here like saying that I don't do anything.
I'm saying you. I never said you did that. You just implied that because you want to make it feel like it. You know what, Chris? This is what I'm going to say to you right now. You ready? You ready? Okay. Vote.
Okay. Well,
make sure you vote.
Yeah.
Make sure you vote.
I'm voting. Yeah.
But anyway, all right. I'll call my horses. I know you're getting upset now. All right. I love you. You're dead though. Look at you. You're such a happy little bald man.
We're 50-50.
Just like this bald man that we're going to talk about right now. The Rock. what was that?
That's my. Hold on 1 second.
Oh my God, he's killing it. He's killing something in the background, guys. I don't know what it is. I think he's eating dogs. I don't know why he's eating dogs, but he is eating dogs. Eating dogs.
Sorry, my puppy is a playpen turned over.
Are you eating dogs? Are you eating dogs?
I'm not eating dogs. So she's just sad right now.
Is she sad because she's eating dogs?
I hope not. She's not eating dogs, but
who's eating the dogs?
But yeah, let's keep going. You said the Rock.
Anyway, the movie, the big sexy movie this week, of course, is Black Adam, featuring the one, the only. You know him so nice because he is the greatest actor alive to date. No one can top him. He is followed by the millions and millions of fans across the world. He's the pie-eating, jabroni-beating, set-blazing, automatic Black Adam himself, The Rock.
Okay, you know what? Moving too fast. Bottom line, are you in or are you out?
What are you talking? In or out of what?
No time for questions, just action. In or out.
Okay, well, then I'm out.
I'm sorry, Jet. Actually, you're already in.
Okay, then why would you ask me?
Because I thought you would go, I'm in, Bob, and we would have had a really cool moment, but you kind of ruined the whole thing.
That's from Central Intelligence, right?
Yeah, dude,
okay.
I love that movie. I've been watching that movie off and on in the background and shit for like the last couple of weeks. It's one of my favorite because it's just like the most cheesiest Rock you can get.
I mean, it gets pretty cheesy in The Rundown. I love The Rundown, by the way.
The Rundown's like one of the best movies he's ever.
It's a great movie. It's a fantastic movie. The Rundown's amazing.
Yeah, Sean William Scott becomes. I mean, Sean William Scott and his bad acting almost ruined
thunder,
it.
A little lightning, yeah. But
yeah. Oh my God, that was so bad, so bad. Also in this movie, The one, the only James Bond himself.
Pierce Brosnan. Yeah.
At some point.
Yeah.
Pierce Bronson.
Brosnan. Not Bronson.
Mm-hmm.
Brosnan.
And what words do you live by?
The trick is to quit while you're still ahead.
That's one trick I've never learned. Perhaps you'll show me how it's done. Vodka martini. Shaken, not stirred. And for you?
The same.
How do you take it?
Straight up. With a twist. Thank you, Mr.
The name's Bond. James Bond.
Ksenia Sergeyevna Onatop.
On the top?
On the top.
Yeah, so that's from Goldeneye. Pierce Brosnan's first role as James Bond. Not the best. He's not the best James Bond, but he's pretty good.
I mean, he's like top 3. I
Okay,
mean, it's like
but
Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig's number
it's
one,
Daniel
right?
Craig, Sean Connery, Pierce Brosnan, Roger Moore. Then it's whatever one the other ones.
I don't know.
The ones that didn't exist for more than a movie.
Yeah.
Also in this movie, the one, the only Aldous Hodge.
You know why I didn't call you, Justin? Because every time I throw you a pass, you bat it down, just like you're doing now.
That's not what we're doing.
Come at me with all these legal excuses about the system, about how the truth doesn't matter. The truth matters.
I know it matters. I know that. Okay? And that tape is extraordinary. I agree. But I can't do anything legally.
Okay, stop. Okay? You know what, man? Forget the tape, okay? Because I see what's going on here. You're sitting there trying to figure out how to let me down easy again when you know what? That's not going to happen.
Fucking Greg Kinnear. What a piece of shit.
Why?
I'm just messing around. It's just in the whip.
Why? All right. And Sarah Sahai.
Who?
Sarah Sahai.
Shahi?
That's what I said.
Oh, I should be asking you. I've been assigned to you as an investigator. Rachel Benham. Why do you look so concerned?
You ever worked murder before?
Oh, I see. You think you got stuck with some fucking broad, huh?
I didn't say that.
Okay, well then don't get confused then, because I'm the one who's stuck. You're the dope who lost the case against a kid who shot a cop.
Ooh. Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
That's Black Adam. That's the main characters.
I can't wait to talk that movie. I got so much information about that
we're
movie.
spoiling that, right? At the end, we're going to spoil it. And yeah?
Like, literally, I have like 3 pages of shit I wrote about it.
Okay, so we will spoil it. We'll do our quick review.
At the end of this episode, we will do a nice little spoiler. It's not spoiler. It's spoiler, aka comparison of like comic book to the movie itself. Which, to be honest, if you're following certain storylines, is actually really fucking close.
And
this is probably one of the closest ones in the entire comic book movies that we've watched.
Guys, we're gonna give a short little review, and then we're gonna say leave if you don't want to know anything else, and then we're gonna talk about things that are
revealed.
revealed.
We're gonna talk how sexy The Rock is, butt naked.
You can find us on moviesonsuck.net. We're on Facebook at facebook.com/moviesonsuck podcast. We're on Twitter at MDS Podcast. We're on Instagram at MDS Podcast. We are on Patreon. Patreon console Movies Don't Suck. We're on Bonfire Movies Don't Suck and Something to Do. You can find shirts with it on it. If you guys don't like social media, that's okay. You can send us an email at info@moviesdon'tsuck.net or moviesdon'tsuckpodcast@gmail.com. And wherever you find podcasts, you can find Movies Don't Suck and Something to Do. What do we do for small businesses?
Now, Chris, this business is a historical business. Now, if you got a small business, we like to promote you, even if you don't tell us to. This place I'm going to promote just because I was there 7 times in the last 2 months. So it's one of my favorite places that I get to hang out, even when there's nobody in there.
King's Bar?
You are 100% on the money, Mr. Sir.
Yeah.
I am going to talk about the one, the only Kane's Ballroom. Yet, and every picture I'm showing you, Chris, are mine.
Mm-hmm. Okay, nice.
That's a picture I took in front of Kane's Ballroom. Kane's Ballroom has been around literally for years and years and years. And for some reason, I accidentally closed the page. As soon as I said that, I closed the page that I wrote all the notes on.
Damn it, Neil. Damn it.
I was right about to go into it.
This is what you get for acting like I don't do anything on the podcast.
I know, right? Fuck you, man. All right. Anyway, Kane's Ballroom was built in 1924 by Tulsa entrepreneur Tate Brady. The Kane's Ballroom has gone from a garage to a diamond dance joint and a dancing academy until it became what is known by artists and patrons alike as one of the top performance venues in the world today. Now, the Canes is known throughout the music industry as not only the home of Bob Wills, but also as the Carnegie Hall of Western Swing. The thing is, I've not seen any of that there. I've only seen rock bands, punk bands. Like, let's see, who have I seen there? Who's this? Oh, yeah, that's K-Flay.
Mm-hmm.
Who's this? Oh, yeah, Green Day. That's last night. Go Bordellos.
Go Bordello, yeah.
There's Youngblood. There's a picture I took of Youngblood. Nathaniel Ratcliffe and the Night Sweats.
Yeah.
I mean, man, there is just great energy. They even got a barbecue place in there called Max Barbecue. It's great. But the thing is, if you are going to cross tour or if you're going to like the places to see rock music, I mean, if you're going to CBGB's, the Metro in Chicago, the Rainbow Room in LA, Red Rocks in Arkansas, you're trying to hit them all up. Kane's Ballroom is one of them. I'm going to tell you, I worked in music for 15, 20 years. I still work in music. I work in radio and stuff like that. I've been to so many venues. I can't even count. The more hairs on my arm, there's less hairs on my arm than I've been to venues. Like literally venues are my thing. I love music. Cannot rate this higher. So if you're ever in the Tulsa area, Kane's Ballroom, you can look them up. They got all kinds of shows coming up. Everybody from Death Cab by Cutie, the Flozzies, Girl Talk, Bad Sons with Last Dinosaurs, AWOL Nation, Dayglow. They always have Trevor Wallace. I mean, they always have a shit ton of people coming through there. Literally, get your chance, go there. Ella King is coming. Ooh, I'm going to that. Heck yeah. I just now saw that. I love Ella King. Do you love Ella King?
Isn't that Rob Schneider's daughter?
Yeah. She sings the one song that was famous was X's and O's.
Yeah.
But she's very bluesy. Yeah. Like go listen to one of her albums. Okay. It's great on vinyl. Her stuff is fucking amazing on vinyl.
The Stranger, directed by Thomason Wright. Thomason Wright is a Australian director. This was he's directed such things as Everest, Top of the Lake, Acute Misfortune. This stars Joel Edgerton as Mark Frame.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Sean Harris is Henry Teague.
I'm glad to hear it.
Also, Jada Alvarez is Kate Rylett.
You're not the man I married.
And this also stars Steve Mazzuccas as Paul Emery, Matthew Sunderland as Controller, Fletcher Hufford is Graham Ken, Alan Dukes is John, and there's a storyline if you want to read it.
Is it more than a line? Oh, it is. For once.
Yes.
A friendship forms between two strangers. From Henry Teague, worn down by a lifetime of physical labor, this is a true dream come true. His new friend Mark becomes his savior and ally. However, neither is who they appear to be. Each carries secrets that threaten to ruin them, and in the background, one of the nation's largest police operations is closing in.
So this is a crime drama, not really like an action. You won't see a lot of gunshots.
Anyway, so The Stranger.
Okay, so
tell us about it, Chris.
So this movie is it's dark, it's dank, it's dirty, it's tense, and it's based. By the way, it's based on a true story. I didn't read too much on the real. What it's super based on because of what it means, but it's it's one of those movies that it's violent, but it's hidden. You know what I mean? Everything about it. Everything.
Yeah. This is one of the movies that Chris picked out, and that's all I got to say about that. Like, this is one of those movies that should have been 30 minutes shorter. That I mean, easily should have been 30 minutes shorter.
I disagree.
This movie was so long. It was hard to hear what they're saying half the movie. You couldn't understand what the two characters were saying to each other. I had to rewind the movie and put subtitles on.
I watched everything with subtitles, so I don't know. Everything I watch with
so,
it, including everything I watch has subtitles on. So, but that's because I have bad hearing, you know, from years of playing guitar.
But the only thing good about this movie was the two main actors and their interactions with each other.
Mark and Henry.
It didn't make any sense on why this investigation was going this long forever. I guess it was like 9 years after the incident happened.
Part of it is, I don't want to give too much away, but part of it is because before you arrest someone, you need to have absolute 100% evidence. In Australia, you need like more than enough evidence to prosecute them. Because if you don't, they go and they're gone. They're in the outback somewhere.
Right.
So,
none of this made sense. Half of it didn't make sense.
Yeah. It makes sense to me.
Chris, it's called my opinion. Okay. That's why I'm stating it. Fine. People don't need that pointed out.
Fine.
Jesus.
All right.
Are you just trying everything to get under my skin today?
No, I just think you need a cigarette.
No, I think you just need to like chill out.
Do you need to like take a 10-minute break to get a cigarette?
You're being very mean today. What?
Do you need to take a 10-minute break to get a cigarette?
No, I'll be fine. Because obviously everything I'm saying is wrong. The point of doing this is because both of us have different reflections and ideas.
I'll let you finish up. I'll let you finish the thought.
God. All right. So now the two actors, when they were having scenes together, were fine. But then there are scenes that made no sense on why they even had them. AKA weird man dancing in a dining room to a weird song on a vinyl player. No reason to have that scene. None whatsoever. There's no build up there. There's no exposition. This movie was at some points, I think, trying to be quiet and dark for quiet and dark's sake, and not to actually add to what the movie could be. If they played the card a little bit better of who done it, who's the guy, you know, and instead of giving it away like 15 minutes, 20 minutes in the movie about who's the guy and what they're actually doing. If they did more of that side-by-side thing, and then when it gets kind of to the end of it, when it's like, ha, 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 we got you. There was no ha, 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 we got you. It was just like, hey, yeah, you got. See you later, man. Okay, bye. See ya. Like, there's nothing emotional about it.
So
nothing. There is. It was like they were trying to build up to something, but they didn't build it good enough that to the point that when the main thing happens, where the two characters come into this conflict, it was just like it was a dud. It's like having sex with someone and not blowing your load at the end. Like it was just like, yeah, that's all I got. Sorry. It's like,
so I couldn't disagree with you more about emotional. 100%. For example, you mentioned that dancing scene. That was supposed to show you that Henry trusts Joel's, or I'll say Mark's character implicitly, saying that he wants to be his, like, that's his only friend. That's the guy he trusts. He wants to share these things. And part of the whole movie, you see Mark going home to his kid, or you see him leaving, and it hurts him to have to do this to Henry. You know, Henry's complete shithead. It hurts him to do this. This is about them forming a bond, and Joel having to somehow disconnect from it. This movie, it's stark. It's dark. It's quiet, but it's all about building up that knowing that what's coming. And to me, that's
Right.
what the movie's about. So, like when you said the dance music, it makes 100% sense to me. In fact, it added to it because I could tell that Mark was feeling uncomfortable, but you want Henry was trying to share something about himself, and it made it even harder for Mark to disconnect Henry from this horrible shit he did. This, to me, it was a slow burn. It gripped me in ways that not a whole lot of movies can do these days. I don't need a Knives Out. This is something way different.
The only way this movie gripped me was because there's some conversations between Edgerton's character and Harris's character that's like, okay, that's kind of a little weird. That's kind of a little what it is. But then it just got to the point where Sean Harris is a creepy fucking bastard, and I don't want him near kids ever.
He needs to wash his beard too.
I don't want him near anybody ever.
Yeah.
Period. I really think he's a creepy fucking bastard. I don't want to watch anything he's ever in again.
Sean Harris.
And yeah, I'm serious. Like, he looks like every child molester I've ever seen in my entire existence. Like, literally, like he almost looks like Charles Manson.
So you're saying, like, she's Sean Harris first, so stay the fuck away from me. He'll be like that.
Yeah. Sean Harris, if you ever hear this, don't care. Don't want to be your friend. We're not going to be friends. You're going to scare me. You're going to creep me out. I'm going to think you're going to try to rape my cat or something. I don't know. But Sean, they play their parts well. It's just literally what my belief is that they didn't build it up enough or sell it enough when the big reveal or the big ending happens that it was like it meant something. Like, the whole movie was like the same tone the entire movie. Like, that was how it felt to me. Like, it didn't feel like there's action. It didn't feel like there's a climax, a counter climax. Like, it didn't seem like there were rising action, falling action. It did not seem like any of that was going on. It just seemed like a long conversation that happens to the end. And when it was done, I felt nothing. I didn't feel bad. I didn't feel good. I didn't feel anything. I was like, okay, guess that's done.
This is a challenging movie for some, according to Neil.
It's not challenging. It's great for if you want to take a nap, if you want to sit there and stare at something that's pretty for 2 hours. But
I don't want to talk too much about how it works, why this works for me, because I give away a lot. But I really enjoyed this movie. I
enjoyed it somewhat. I'm just saying, it just did not feel like anybody was in trouble ever. It didn't feel like anybody was in any position the whole thing was depressing. So even when the characters were depressed, it didn't matter because it went right along with the whole feeling of the movie. You know what I'm saying?
I was a lot of this depressing music, so maybe this
I feel like there should have been a little more happiness, like showing the kid or whatever, or the investigation part. And I feel like there should have been like a counteract of some point to make you realize how fucked up this is. But it didn't. It just made it look like it was a normal thing in society.
I know. Okay. Well, I can say Discreet, to me, it's an effective crime drama. It was an interesting movie to me. I enjoyed this movie quite a bit. And I can tell definitely. But again, I'm a person that loves I love long movies. I love just long shots. I love a slow burn. That's movies that really grip me. And this one has that. It's not really a thriller unless you're really looking deep into it. It's not really it's definitely not an action film. That's the opposite.
No, by any means, not an action film. No, it's not a thriller. Yeah. I got a few quotes from it. Let's go ahead and get that and get the because we got a lot to talk about and only 40 minutes to do it now, Chris. Close your eyes. Pay attention on your breath. Breathe in, breathe out. I don't do violence, you fat cunt. You don't use...
That's what Neil told me off air. He texted me and said that.
Oh, yeah. Forget about that. You don't use when you work for us. I don't care what you done. Just be honest with me. We've all got history. We all got a past. And now you're nobody. Don't find yourself in Tehran. You're not familiar. A pain in my ass. Oh, no. A pain in my ass is what you are. I had a falling out with the pastor. He said there is unforgivable sins. I am the black sheep of my family, mate. We see through to the other side, me and you. That's why we get along so good. I used to watch a lot of porn, you know, amputee porn. I figured you knew that about that. What the fuck happened to this shit? They shall not grow old as we are left to grow old. Age shall not weary them nor the years. Condemn at the going down of the sun and in the morning. We shall remember them, lest we forget. It's night. I'm in my house. My son is asleep, and I hear a voice in my house, and I cannot breathe. There you go.
Is that it?
That's it, man. That's all I got. I mean, they don't talk a lot in this movie. They just stare at things.
I do want to mention this is based on the real life Daniel Morecombe case in 2003.
There you go. Boom. So, there you go.
Oh,
right there.
There you go. Look at that. Thanks, dude.
This film is based on a Daniel Morecombe case in 2003. The 13-year-old Morecombe was kidnapped and killed. A lengthy undercover police operation eventually led to Brett Peter Cohen confessing to killing Morecombe.
All right. So I'm on Tomato. Oh, my score on this is a 4.1. By the way, this really did a lot for me. I enjoyed myself quite a bit watching this movie.
It was 3.5. It was, you know, like I said, it did have some good character buildup. It did have, it was beautifully shot.
Oh, dude. So good.
Very beautiful.
So good.
Very beautiful.
So good.
That's why it took me a while to even find a background picture for this one, because it's like it was just so beautifully shot.
You want to go to Australia now, right? You want to go to Australia now? I've always wanted to go there.
No, I never want to go to Australia. You know why?
Why?
Because everything in Australia is trying to kill you. Yeah. Everything. Like, you go down the wrong street and you got like 7 spiders with different venom poison and 3 rattlesnakes and a crocodile and I'm good, bro.
Birding spider come after you. Yeah.
Yeah. How did Crocodile Dundee survive that for long? Yeah, but a 3.5 on this. I thought it was really good. Joel Edgerton did a great job. Sean Harris creeps me the fuck out down, and I can't even watch him in anything for the rest of my life. It wasn't for me. I get that you're the slow burner and you love that kind of shit. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I think these 2 movies we watched this week are completely polar opposites. I knew you were going to give the higher rating on this one, and I'm pretty damn sure I'm going to give the higher rating on the next one. Yeah. So it's perfectly fine. I totally get it.
So we're on RottenTomatoes.com right now. What is the audience score for The Stranger?
Oh, man. If I'm going to go audience score, it's going to have to be 76%.
63%.
Oh, okay. I was off by 13.
So
but
what's the critic score on this one?
Oh, man. They got to go higher. It's going to be 81.
94.
94.
Now,
the critic censuses are...
There's not one. The 33 reviews, yeah, they have done it. There are 33 reviews. They still haven't given a consensus. So,
okay. Well, I mean, gosh,
it's number 3.
Jason's here. Say hi to Jason.
Hi, Jason.
Jason. Hi, Jason. Yeah, he's at work. I think he's on break or whatever. Yes. So,
hi, Jason.
He's that cool guy I told you about that takes photos for local artists here. Gotcha. Really cool guy. He's originally from Kansas City.
What's up, pal?
Where you're at right now.
What's up, pal?
But anyway, that was our take on The Stranger.
On Netflix right now.
Yeah. It's on Netflix. You can go see it. Chris, it's that time of the day, man. We got to get through this because we have a lot to talk about. And that is, Chris, it's time for the news. This is the movies that don't suck and some of them news. My name is Neil. I'm going to read a bunch of stories. Chris is going to act like he never heard of them. And then we're going to do something like do a jig. We're going to do a jig.
So I saw a ton of shit came through my feed. I tried to avoid the best I could for this segment.
Yeah, so. And it's not my fault. I was talking seriously with you on that movie, and so therefore I did not pull anything up yet. so this is going to be a second. This might actually get cut out. Who knows? All right, let's start with some sad news because let's get that done and out of the way. An actor who I've always loved seeing in everything when he pops up passed away this past week at the age of 67 in a car crash. His name was Leslie Jordan. At the age of 67, passed away. Famous for his, being in Will and Grace. Leslie Jordan. He's actually in one of my favorite shows I watch on the side that I don't really, one of my hidden pleasures that I don't really tell people about. And that is, is it Call Me Cat? Yeah, it's Call Me Cat. Yeah, Call Me Cat, which is me and Belix, Blossom.
Yeah.
Amy Farrah Fowler. It's her new show, and I loved him in that.
He's very
he
funny.
was so adorable.
Leslie Jones,
yeah,
very funny.
and I mean, he's been doing stuff since literally I think the 70s, wasn't it? Or 80s, early 80s. 1986, The Fall Guy was his first show he ever did. People Next Door, he was on Pee-wee's Playhouse, Reasonable Doubts, Body of Evidence, Lois and Clark, The New Adventures. The guy has been in everything. Night Court, Star Trek, Voyager, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, The Pretender. I mean, the guy's got just Caroline in the City, Hamburger Help,
he has
Boston Public, Son of the Beach, just Tracy Ullman. It just goes on and on and on.
You love Night Court. I know you love Night Court. Leslie Jordan being in that, you probably felt about it.
Yeah, I love everything this guy's ever been in. Anytime he ever popped up was absolutely a blast. The world did not only was going to miss a good actor, but a good human being because he was for LGBTQ plus rights everywhere. So, I mean, the guy was a good man. And so it's sad for everybody. It's friends and family of him. If they ever hear us, sorry that you lost a good one there.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
Now,
rest in power.
I don't know how much of this news I can actually talk about.
Yeah,
because I don't know how much of it is considered spoilers for the next movie.
I don't know, man. Because to me, I saw it everywhere, and I think everyone who's on the internet saw it too. So you might as well just bring it up.
Okay. So the next one I gotta talk about. So we can just get it out of the way. This is a slight spoiler for certain stuff, but I'm not going to say because I'm not going to say what it's affiliated with or anything like that right now. But 100%, he has signed the contracts. He is back. Henry Cavill has 100% is going to be in the future of the DCEU, or the DCU as they're now saying it.
So real quick, did he quit or did his contract just expire?
Originally, because they were going to reamp the whole thing. Remember, Peter Safran is appointed as one of the co-CEOs of the newly formed DC Studios. And are you ready for this?
Yeah.
James Gunn is the other co-CEO of the newly formed DC Studios.
Fucking good. They can start making good movies now.
They've been making good movies for a while, bro.
DC?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get to that. But yeah, I like James Gunn. He's
Zack Snyder's Justice League, freaking the new Suicide Squad, which was written and directed by James Gunn.
That's a fantastic movie. But I can't abide by
all the movies have been good lately. So Peacemaker again,
as a television series, but not a movie. But James Gunn to me.
I can't help it that you think something's different between the two of them.
I like James Gunn quite a bit.
Same universe, bro. Same universe.
Yeah, same universe. I like him. I like both those things. I like Peacemaker and Suicide Squad, but I can't say I can't say I like the Justice League that much. Even Snyder's.
Oh, Justice League was the best,
Fucking
dude.
4 hours, dude.
Cider Cut was the best movie of last year. Period. We all know it. I mean, it spent more money than anybody else did on making their movie.
What's next on the list?
Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill promises the Man of Steel 2 is going to be enormously joyful. Now, I actually was thinking about this. So basically, they did to Superman what Marvel did with Spider-Man.
What do you mean?
And that's like all these movies where we're like, oh my God, okay, so we never got to see Uncle Ben die or that or this or da-da-da and all that stuff. And it's like, no, it's because the whole time this was his backstory.
Right.
So then now we're gonna see good Superman because he already went through all the fucking bullshit.
All right.
So now Superman's gonna be Superman. And I can't wait. Zac Efron looks sexy as hell as Kevin Von Erich for the new Iron Claw movie. We all knew that would happen.
He's got like a bloated chest in there. It's crazy how he looks.
I know, dude. It's freaking insane. It's insane. Daniel Radcliffe says Harrison Ford influenced his career choices after Harry Potter. He said, I had this awareness that people expected we would do nothing after Potter, that we would fade away, he explains. I really wanted that not to be the case because I knew that I loved it and I wanted to do whatever I have to do to have a career with longevity. Of course, fans of the Harry Potter series will always associate me with the role, but as I've done a great job in various projects, I'm starting to branch out. Man. Yeah.
Yeah. I like that.
He said he got his influences because of how Harrison Ford dealt with after being Han Solo.
Well, I mean, I love Daniel Radcliffe.
Tobin Bell.
Yeah, Tobin Bell.
Yeah. Are you off time with me again or something?
I can.
1, 2, 3, 1,
2.
Okay. All right. There you go. Tobin Bell is set to return to the Saw franchise in the next sequel.
Again? Like he's still like got 9 of them.
Yeah, no shit, man, right?
Yeah, he's done a lot.
It doesn't matter. You can have 100 of them.
Okay, all right.
You can have 100 of them. It's fine. Saws are good movies, man. James Hong from the original Big Trouble in Little China is trying to get his way into the sequel with Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
I watch that every day, all day, every day. The sequel. Man.
He says, without Lo Pan, how dare he? Well, I think they should leave the classic alone. However, I'd like to reappear in the new one and do something spiritually like Star Wars where the character comes back and do reprieve some kind of thing.
What, is it a sequel or is it a remake?
It's a sequel.
Okay, because I want John Carpenter to direct a sequel as well.
Yep. The Damon Landow's, who he directed something. The creator of Lost, The Leftovers, and HBO's Watchmen, is developing a new trilogy after all the films of Star Wars. The new trilogy will be based after the complete Skywalker saga.
Okay. I'm fine with that. I want to see it. Let's just show me what happened afterwards.
Finally, all those bullshit rumors were lies. Finally, Nicolas Cage is in talks to return for sequels of National Treasure and Face Off.
Face Off too, really? Okay.
Yeah, dude. As long as he grabs a choir girl's ass. That's all I want to see.
He'll only eat a Pete for hours.
Kevin Feige has finally answered the question, when are we going to see the X-Men in the MCU? That's what Jennifer Walters asked the robot in the final episode of She-Hulk. I'll give you the same answer he gave, and no answer was, I think, what he gave. But Deadpool and Wolverine is opening a gate, and we're getting close.
Yeah, and that's the first one. They were saying that's like the first like full Marvel thing that has like R rating, right?
What's that?
Like, so like, didn't Kevin Feige say that meaning like the first R rating for a certain portion of their studios, right? Like, because I know Logan's rated R, and every other Deadpool's obviously rated R. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't know either. Are you drinking again, dude?
I've always been drinking.
Nice.
Yeah.
There's some things that are just awesome.
Yeah.
The Batman 2 will not be released until 2025.
So yeah, 3 years from now. Okay. You caught up on the series they're making.
Weird Al Yankovic was given a denial on when he wanted to make a Harry Potter parody.
Oh, he was denied? Oh, that's fucked up.
He was denied by the studio. Originally in the movie Zombieland, it was not supposed to be Bill Murray, but Joe Pesci.
I think they made the right choice for having Bill
and
Murray.
He passed. Hell yeah, they made a great choice on that. A TV series based off of one of Seth Rogen's best works is now in the works with Seth Rogen at Prime Video. It's in production and it'll be expected to be out in 2024. And that is Sausage Party.
Nice. I'll watch that for sure. Yeah,
I'll watch that all day. I don't know how they're going to do all that, because the whole thing about the movie was that they didn't know they were being eaten.
Didn't know they were, food.
Chris's favorite series is about to bust out with an all-female version. That's right. Fast and Furious spinoff focusing on just the female characters is being yelled at by Universal Pictures to get it going.
I don't know about that. I mean, I'll watch it, but I thought
you're too fast and too furious, bro.
Yeah. Do you like Too Fast and Furious with Ludacris? You like that one? Oh no, it's who's in the second one?
Yeah, that was the one that really got me. I got really into Need for Speed 2 around that.
Oh
time.
yeah.
The Bad News Bears is getting a reboot with a female lead at CBS.
This will be the third reboot. Because of that one with the
person writing it will be Corey Nickerson from Blackish.
Okay.
And his collaboration between Aaron Colbin's Capital Entertainment and Wendy Thrilling's Thrill TV.
Okay, I mean, I'll watch.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Tim Burton made it very clear he will not be working with the circus known as Disney ever again. That horrible big circus. I will never work with them. It got to be very consolidating. There's less room for different types of things. I can only deal with one universe. I can't deal with multiple universes. My history is that I started out there. I was hired and fired like several times throughout my career. The thing about Dumbo, the 2019, is that why I think my days with Disney are done. I realized that I was Dumbo, that I was working in a horrible big circus, and I needed to escape.
What do you think about Tim Burton leaving Disney?
Yep.
That's what you think?
It's Tim Burton, dude. Like, oh, he left Disney. Like, who the fuck's not going to give him, like, if I had $100 million, I'd hand it to Tim Burton right now and be like, go make me a movie. And he'd make me a movie. And I would have merchandise for like the next 30 fucking years. Like every one of his movies. Name a movie of Tim Burton's that doesn't have merchandise you can go find in a store right now.
Big Eyes and Dark Shadows.
No, Dark Shadows you can find everywhere.
Big Eyes. Maybe Big Eyes.
Yeah, I guess I'd be the only one. Yeah, you're right. You got one. You got one, Chris. One. Something he made like how many years ago?
I don't know. It was yeah, you're right. It was like 10 years ago, maybe. Not even that.
Right.
It was whatever.
Also, during the interview, Tim Burton revealed the question we all wanted to know our entire lives. Why the fuck is Johnny Depp in every one of your damn movies?
Why is it? Why did he give you an answer?
Yes, I connected with him when I met him for Edward Scissorhands. He was similar to me, kind of, we're both suburban white trash. It was not even a verbal understanding. It was something I could feel and he could feel within me. He liked the characters. He was interested in acting for the art of it and not the business of it. It was exciting to see somebody play different things. The idea of this transformation from film to film always excited me with him.
Oh, that's good.
There you go. And last but not least, I saved this just for you. I thought this was a good segue one. You ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready. Give it to me.
You ready? Dwayne The Rock Johnson is one of the people pushing for his buddy and old co-star Brandon Fraser to win the Oscar for The Whale. And he is supporting it and pushing it out there 100% for his buddy.
I can't wait to see The Whale. I really can't.
I can't either.
Yeah.
As much shit has been talked about this freaking movie.
Let's see it already. God damn it.
I'll see it when you see it.
Yeah, we'll see it together. We'll talk about The Whale.
Are we really? We're going to see it together?
I don't know. I don't know what's coming out. We'll find out.
Now you made me. I love you.
I love you too, pal.
What's going on here? What are we doing?
Oh yeah, we're talking about Black Adam. Oh, sorry.
Oh wait a minute, he got it in the news segment. That was the movies that don't suck and some to us news. Yes, the news, where I tell Chris stuff he likes it, or I have to kill him in his sleep.
All right, so now we're talking Black Adam. Right?
Black Adam,
directed by Jaume Colette Serra. He directed Unknown, Orphan, Nonstop, House of Wax, The Shallows. Most recently, Jungle Cruise. He did Jungle Cruise, which we liked. We like Jungle Cruise.
I know a Jungle Cruise.
Oh yeah,
Jungle Cruises are awesome. Have you ever been on a Jungle Cruise?
Just the movie. This stars.
Dude, I've actually been on the ride Jungle Cruise. I've actually been on that ride.
Is it cool?
It's actually fun. Okay. It's a lot of fun.
This stars Dwayne The Rock Johnson as Black Adam.
Okay. You know what? Moving too fast.
This also stars Pierce Brosnan.
Finish sentences. I hate it when you cut off things.
Okay. You know what? Moving too fast. Bottom line, are you in or are you out?
Okay. But Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate.
And what words do you live by?
That's good enough, right? That's a full sentence. We also got Aldous Hodge as Hawkman himself.
You know why I didn't call you, Justin? Because every time I throw you a pass, you bat it down, just like you're doing now.
Then also, this stars Sarah Shahi as Adriana Tomaz.
Oh, I should be asking you. I've been assigned to you.
Also, this stars Noah Centineo as Adam Smasher, Quintessa Swindell as Cyclone, Marwan Kenzari as Ishmael, and a ton of other people. Oh yeah, it shows Henry Winkler just for a second, but yeah. So cool. Why don't you go ahead read the storyline for this one?
Nearly 5,000 years after he was bestowed with the almighty powers of the Egyptian gods and imprisoned just as quickly, Black Adam is freed from his earthly tomb, ready to unleash his unique form of justice on the modern world.
So, what country is Black Adam from again?
Egypt.
Well, not Egypt. They had a name for it in here.
Oh, Kaknoak.
Yeah, so that to me, that's like Wakanda. It didn't really exist in our country.
No, it's an actual place. There's actually movies based on it and actually biographies. It's fine.
Okay, but
I understand you don't know geography. It's cool.
You
can look it up. Seriously, it's
Kahndaq. Kahndaq is a real place.
Yep, Kahndaq. Yep.
Okay, I'm looking this up real quick.
The Battle of the Trench happened there in 1627, also known as the Battle of Kondak, and the Battle of the Confederates was a 27-day-long defense by the Muslims and Yurti from Arabia and Jewish tribes.
Okay, but hold on. Is it a real country right now? Is it something that's now taken up by something else?
I have no idea. I just messed with you.
Okay,
I just read that because I put it.
Konak's not a real country. Then. I do.
It is not a real life location.
Yeah, it's a lot like Egypt, though. It's a lot like Egypt. This takes place.
No, right here. Boom. Al Kandak is a village situated in the North Sudan for about 423 kilometers north of Kutranum. It was discovered by the earlier travelers as one of the best built towns in Nuba.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we're just not good.
Okay, it's just not a real country now because it's not. So this movie, it shares a lot of beats with a lot of similar super movies, except that famously Black Adam, he kills. He doesn't.
Because he's not a superhero.
Yeah, he's an anti-hero, right? That's what we call him.
No, it's not an anti-hero.
He's a demigod. He's a god. He's a demigod.
He's a straight fucking villain, dude.
Okay. All right. In this movie, you're supposed to. Who are you rooting for in this movie, right?
Well, since I root for Freddy, Joker, like literally Macho Man right there. See that? That's Macho Man. That's a villain.
All right,
he's a villain.
He's a heel. Okay.
Wait. Mumra, Roddy Piper. Who I always go for the villain. You
okay, anyway. So but this is a superhero.
Okay, yeah. The way they're portraying him is that they're making him anti-hero, and that he's going through these tough times and stuff like that. I mean, they changed it a little bit.
Yeah.
From the comics, which I'll get into in the spoiler section, which then made it so you felt for him more.
Okay.
But then, like, even halfway through this movie, they even like, no, not really. So, this is what really happened.
Guys, and Neil, you're gonna get mad at me for this, but I'm gonna tell you, this movie's okay. I thought it was fine, but I've seen this movie. The beats of this movie are very familiar, and the thing is, man, Marvel always does it better. This is better than Morbius. I'll say that. But every Marvel.
And then you said Marvel does it better, but Morpheus is in Marvel.
I just said that. Yeah,
right, whatever.
Besides Morbius, I'm just saying the Marvel does better when it comes to making movies in general. They make it better for me. But this is not a bad movie by any means. It's fun. It's got action.
Let's talk about the goodness in this movie. Okay. Let's talk about that really quick.
Okay.
One, you see The Rock almost every second of this movie.
He's great.
And let's just be honest, you could just follow a camera with that motherfucker. I could watch The Rock taking a crap, and have a good day.
He's the ultimate action hero.
His charisma, I met him at WrestleMania 18. Mm. His charisma fills a room like no other. Like there's no way to even talk about how cool or good you feel, and he talks to you. He doesn't talk through you. He doesn't talk around you. He doesn't talk to you to get rid of you to talk to the next person. He talks to you as a human being. And The Rock, I think, acts the same way too. Like, as he acts, he takes everything he does serious, to the point, not too serious, you know what I'm saying? To the level where he knows where he needs his level to be. And The Rock being in this movie, I mean, and being signed on to play Black Adam. Do you realize when he signed on to be Black Adam, Dark Knight wasn't even out?
Wow. That's wild.
That's how long ago he's been signed on to do.
He's been dying to do
this movie.
Yeah, he's been dying to do it. So
wrong movie.
I was like, that doesn't look right.
That doesn't look right.
So they decided to make it PG-13. They got some deaths in that.
Yeah. Originally, this was a R-rated movie. I agree with you on the points that, yeah, it's a comic book movie. Yes, it's an action movie. Yes, it is exactly what you want to see when you go see a fucking action movie. Here's some things. They're going to blow up. Here's a superhero. Here's the story. But the thing is, they did make the story interesting enough with his origins, with him, is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? With playing that card a lot. And then they did something that DC has been afraid to do this entire time. They finally fucking did it. They brought in heroes without any fucking origin story whatsoever.
Yeah, you have to when we get to the spoiler section, you have to explain who the fuck the Justice Society are.
What?
Yeah,
really?
yeah.
Chris, you didn't think I already thought about that, huh? Really?
You
don't think I thought about the Justice?
Explain to me.
But yeah, so the Justice Society in this movie, Pierce Bronson. Let's talk about that guy for a second. Oh my gosh. That was like one of the best.
He was my favorite character. He was my favorite.
He was a great Dr. Fate.
He's my favorite character in the movie.
He made me feel like Kent. Like, and I know because I literally I could pull out 100 or more freaking Dr. Fate comic books because he's one of my favorite characters ever in comics. So see him, a guy who is very much a B player, has never been, been the big guy.
He's my favorite character in the whole movie. Dr. Fate, easy, 100%.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I loved.
Yeah, like I mean,
how is he still handsome?
Dr. Fate to me is one of who?
Pierce
Bronson?
He's more handsome than he is now than he was as James Bond. I feel like.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, look at this lineup, Literally, do you know anybody except for the three main guys at top now?
No, dude. Well, no, actually.
Yeah. This is the Justice Society of America. This is the original, before the Justice League. This is what the Justice Society of America looked like.
Okay.
But I like the fact that you didn't know if Black Adam, good guy, bad guy, if he was going to listen to people, if he wasn't going to. You literally didn't know how it was going to go.
Homeboy doesn't like doors very much. He's very he's very anti-door.
I do have a fact about that that's in this kind of in the spoiler section, but you know what? I'll tell you it's kind of a little spoiler, but just a little bit.
Okay.
No, you know what? I'll wait for the spoiler section because I'm thinking about it. It would really be a big part of spoiling something. But this movie happened because originally The Rock was going to be, or Black Adam was going to be part of the Shazam movie. And in the spoilers section, I'll talk more about that.
This is better than the Shazam movie, in my opinion.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, so then we're looking. This is the first movie from the DCEU. And if you notice, they didn't connect not just one, not two, not three, but 4 different movies. They finally got them all together, connected them because of this one movie.
Yeah.
Suicide Squad, Justice League, Wonder Woman series, Aquaman series. Like all of these now are connected. This is all one universe now. It is all part of the thing. And they even made it when they brought in the Justice Society of America, or they call it just the Justice Society. The Justice Society in this movie, literally, they're like, we've been around for 30, 40 years. Now they're making it very clear superheroes have been around the whole time instead of bringing all these people in so slowly with all their fucking movies every 3 years.
Real quick question. Justice Society predate X-Men, right?
Justice Society is literally the first group ever put together of superheroes.
Because
X-Men didn't come out. X-Men didn't come out to the 70s, dude.
Because
you're talking 1930s.
Because you get
1930s.
You get Birdman's manor or Hawkman's manor, and you see the plane. You're like, I was like, this is just like X-Men, but this predates X-Men. So it's like X-Men
by like almost like 40 years, bro.
So it's like X-Men just took that idea and made their own.
No, well, I mean, he did that a different way because they were talking. X-Men was made. Each one was made for different reasons.
Okay.
Justice Society was made because they're all characters that nobody cared about.
Yeah.
And so they threw them all into one book.
Yeah.
X-Men was made because they were trying to talk about the conflicts of civil rights.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So there was two different reasons why those came together, but I can totally understand why you would think any of that. But anyway, movie-wise, let's get back to the movie. Action scenes are cool. I like where they're going with everything and that they open this up now. Because not only that, you got to see part of Amanda Waller's place,
which is important to underwater, because I knew what that place was, but I was like, well, I haven't seen this before. This is so cool.
Yeah. There's a lot of things that were added to the universe because of this movie, and now that we get the information that James Gunn is going to be in charge of the DCEU,
he's gonna kill it. He's gonna kill it.
He's gonna literally, we get the news that the next Superman's going to be a happy Superman and not like emo Superman. Yeah. That we're getting all these tickets of people coming in and actually caring about the product.
It's just
and not just trying to make whatever fucking thing they want to make.
Well, James, part of it. It's just I know that he's made my favorite Marvel movies. The Guardians of the Galaxy movies. He made those movies. Yeah. So
Which did you see the holiday special?
Yeah, dude, I can't wait to watch it.
Oh my god, I can't wait to see it.
And
I can't wait to review that. Yeah. Anyway.
But with that in mind, when it comes to him taking over DC, I have hopes for the movies coming out post him being part of it, because he is the fucking man. So he's gonna do a great job.
And I really like the story wise, because I really feel like the main kid, what was his name? Amon.
Yeah.
Amon. That he was like kind of a reflection, like the Egypt version of like Billy Batson, and like, because they even show it when like he was in a red hoodie. He's like if not Billy Batson, but more Billy Batson's best friend in the Shazam movie. Gosh dang it. What was his name? I think it's Kevin.
He was in DC's Legends of Tomorrow. You know that?
Yes, I did. I when it comes to comic book stuff, I kind of not point the finger at everything, because then I feel like that oversaturates.
Okay.
And there's certain people, Chris, who hates me talking about all that stuff. Freddie Freeman. Freddie Freeman. He kind of reminded me of a mixture of Freddie Freeman and Billy Batson.
Okay.
And the whole storyline that goes on with that, again, you're going to have to hear about more of my thought on that in the spoiler part, because that actually has to do with a lot of the history of Black Adam.
Okay, do you want to do the quotes and then we'll do the rating?
Yeah, let's do some quotes and stuff like that. So visually, very well done. Mm-hmm. I like the Justice Society of America. I like the fact that you couldn't flip it back or forth. Like, you don't know what exactly Black Adam was going to do in every single scene. In fact, you know who was originally supposed to direct this film?
Jordan Peele, but he doesn't like superhero movies. So
he said, I am not a fan of superhero movies, and I hate to take the chance away from a director who is passionate about
that's them. Nice. That's a nice way to put it, right?
Yeah, dude, I freaking love Jordan Peele. Isn't he one of the best? All right. Before the pyramids, there was Kendok. What they needed was a hero. Instead, they got me. When the people need him, a hero will arise. You know, some women love a bald spot on the other side and the inside.
That's what I was telling Lee that. She doesn't matter what. It's ridiculous. I don't know what she does.
As soon as they said that, I was writing it down. He's like, oh, I'm still writing it down.
You're like Chris.
Who is that? You wouldn't believe me if I told you. Did he just catch a rocket? Don't touch them. He is made from lightning. You're right. You do it. Don't touch him. He is made from lightning. You're right. You do it. You're the electrician. We don't need passports. We're the Justice Society. I don't waste words on the dead. Love that line. It's one of my favorite lines in the movie. Bad plan is better than no plan at all. Catchphrase, and then you kill them. Got it. Let the gods bring them judgment. Force is always necessary. I kneel before no one.
I'm sure you had this all in your head. You're like, N-E-I-E-L. I kneel before them.
K-N-E-E-L.
I know that. I know.
If they choose to fight, they choose to die. I am not peaceful. I am not peaceful, and nor do I surrender. You want to be pretty? I want you to go to hell. Call me by my name, Dr. Fate. I love that. You killed him, didn't you? Well, he didn't make it. We can just say that. Life is the only path to death. You don't get to choose who lives and dies. That's up to fate. Every time they said fate.
Yeah.
Fate does not make mistakes. And tell them the man in black sent you.
All right. So, what's your score on this?
My score is exactly your score for the last movie. It is a 4.1. I love this because I see where they're going, because I am a comic book geek. I know what's going on. And when we get to spoiler section, maybe you'll appreciate it a little bit more.
I think I will.
Because they literally opened up the fucking floodgates for a lot of shit, bro.
Okay. My score is a 3.7. 3.7. It's fine. It's a fine movie. It's not, like I said, Marvel does it better, but again, this could open up the door for better movies coming out of DC, especially with James Gunn.
I think this is the beginning of better movies, better DC movies.
Okay. Now,
and that's why I'm so excited. Like, it's got me like.
So, Rotten Tomatoes. What is the audience score for this movie?
91.
90%. You're really close.
No, yeah, 1% off.
Now, what is the critic score on this one?
32.
40. Still pretty bad. It's really...
I heard about this like when I was doing the news segment.
Yeah.
I heard
just
that
the biggest.
Yeah. There's a huge difference. I didn't read the headlines. I tried to surpass it.
Yeah.
But I knew there's a big difference.
So the critics' consensus is Black Adam may end up pointing the way to an exciting future for DC films, but as a standalone experience, it's wildly uneven letdown. Excuse me, Jesus, fuck! I'm gonna leave that in the podcast.
Dude, are you all right, dude? Yeah. Are you dead?
Should I leave that in the? Oh,
yeah, dude. Of course, definitely. Why not?
Because we couldn't have the argument we had. Because I feel bad about it. I feel real bad about it.
It's getting that time. So, guys, that is our take on the wonderful movie Black Adam. Thank you guys for listening. We're now going to go into the spoiler section of Black Adam. I'm going to put spoiler everywhere I can on this freaking movie, so people know that this is a spoiler section. I am about to do spoilers all around.
Let me do a little bit of a
we're gonna give you 5 seconds of our music, and after that, spoilers. Spoiler. All right, let's talk Black Adam. Let's dive into this motherfucker.
So real quick, you were upset.
Yeah, ask your questions first, and then I'll cover what I want to cover.
So, Justice Society.
Yes.
Are they where the Justice League in this? Like, what's like?
No, the Justice League and the Justice Society are completely two different fucking entities.
Okay.
The Justice Society of America was formed way before the Justice League. The Justice League came after. But this was an all-star comics. This is what I think 1940. Yeah, winter of 1940 all-star comics was the original.
When did Black Adam show up in in DCU, like comic
Oh,
books?
that's a good question, Chris, because that's literally my first fact I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
1945, his first appearance was in the Marvel Family #1. Now, I will not only tell you about that, Chris, because we have the ability here. I will actually show you the first page of Black Adam ever in fucking comics, and there he is. That is the first time Black Adam has ever been in a comic.
Is he fighting Superman there?
No, he's fighting. That's Marvel Junior. I think it's Captain Marvel Junior.
Okay.
Or Shazam Junior now, if you want to go by. But it was in this comic here. That's where the Marvel family is fighting him.
Okay, that's cool.
And then this is actually the comic book.
Okay, so
that he came.
Black Adam's how close to the origin story is it to the comic books? Is it the exact same?
No. Now this is the thing about it. Now, the origin that they're going by. Let me get over. Yeah. I have it all written down, so give me a second. I have to find my notes on this part. Anyway, all right. So, are you ready for this? Okay, Now I got it all in my head. Remember the movie Shazam?
Of course I remember the movie Shazam. We saw it together, you and I, at advanced screening.
Yeah, yes we did. Yes we did. Now, remember when Shazam, or they released the demons, the 7 demons?
Yeah.
And that's why he makes the family or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was Dr. Shanian or whatever that they went against. You remember all that, right?
Yeah, I do.
Well, Dr. Shavanian, even though he's a villain in the DCEU, was not the guy that came with the 7 deadly sins. That was originally Black Adam. And that is how the Marvel family was formed, was to fight Black Adam and the 7 deadly sins. Now, the story that we got from this is all based off of the New 52.
Okay.
That came out many years ago. Now, the New 52 Black Adam, let's see if he looks familiar to you. Oh, nope, wrong one. Wrong picture. Oh. See how the outfits look more like with the cape and everything?
So he's Gatorade Man in this one.
Gatorade Man? No.
The lightning bolt.
No. Right. Why?
I was just on the lightning bolt.
And to be honest, if you were going to say it like that, Gatorade stole it from them.
That's true.
Because that was from 1945.
I know. I was fucking around.
Look. It's on his chest in 1945, bro.
He looks like such a dweeb in that 1945 one.
All right. So, in 1945, the story was that he got released from the demons when Shazam got his powers. And that's how he came back out. Now, this is the difference in... So, DC, he wasn't locked up for 5,000 years in the New 52. In the New 52, what happened was Black Adam did exactly what they say, except for it wasn't his son. It was his nephew, and he killed him. He made him say the words of Shazam, and he snapped his neck right at the time the lightning bolt came down. And the wizard, Shazam, threw him across the universe, and it took him 5,000 years to come back to planet Earth. Now, this is the fun part about this. Shazam, for Billy Batson, right?
Yeah.
Is Solomon for wisdom, Hercules for strength, Atlas for stamina, Zeus for power, Achilles for courage, and Mercury for speed, right? Based off of the Greek gods, right? Shazam for Black Adam are all based off of the Egyptian gods.
Oh, okay.
So it's Shu, for Stanima, the god of air and support of the sky. Hersheth, strength, which is basically the Egyptian Hercules. Amen, the power, the king of the gods, like Zeus. Zahudi, who is the wisdom, god of wisdom. Anpa, which is the god of speed, conductor. He's the conductor of the dead. And Menthial, which is courage, the god of war.
Okay.
So, like, literally, they kind of, you know, but isn't that fucking cool?
Yeah,
and they still were able to do that with god names.
Yeah.
I was so cool about that. Now, one thing they said in the movie was that Kanduk is over 5,000 years old, which makes it only 1/3, not even 1/3, 1/4 of the storyline that we have so far, because they made it very clear that Darkseid exists in this. So Darkseid fighting on Earth is 10,000 years old. Which that means Atlantis was fighting in that. So the Atlanteans are older than Kandar. Wonder Woman is just over 5,000 years old. So she's older than Black Adam. And the Kryptonian ship that landed in Man of Steel was 20,000 years old. So that's the actual oldest thing out of the storyline so far. That's badass stuff. I don't know. Oh, and the original origin story, Black Adam killed the Pharaoh to take over the Earth, and that's when the Wizard sent him across.
Quick question.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Dr. Fate's death in this?
I'm okay with it because that's actually part of this at some point. But literally, Dr. Fate's helmet, when it disintegrated, when they went to pick it up, that's a thing. It's like the Green Lantern ring. When a Green Lantern dies, the ring flies off and finds the next Green Lantern. That's what the helmet of fate or Naboo does.
It finds its next person?
It finds its next person. Because the power is this. I mean, and they even said, like, Kent has been around forever. Now, I'll even tell you his origin here in just a little bit. So Sabak, who went against him at the end, you know, the bad guy with the big pentagram on his chest. That is actually from is the same like Shazam.
Okay.
Where every letter spells out something. So the S is for Satan, of course, the Lord of Hail. A is for Aim. Aim is also known as Habidrum, or Aim is the great Duke of Hell, very powerful demon, and rules over 26 legions of demons. B is for Bella. Bella is known as the Hell's brightest fire, evil's match. And the King of Evil is the 68th spirit to the Guati and one of the 4 crown princes of Hell ruling over the north. Belazabu is the other B, which is another name for Satan. He is also known in demonology as one of the 7 deadly demons or 7 princes of hell. Bazu represents gluttony. A is for Asmodeus, which was the foreign divinity of indulgence and the ruler of the devils. And C is a guy who can fly. like I could not find shit on that guy. I went through so many demonology pages that like my whole algorithm on my fucking Google is fucked because how much demonology I looked up for this. Inner Gang, the people that they're fighting in the movie. Inner Gang is actually a consultant of the Apocalypse, where Darkseid's from. And their hands are in so many different things, which leads me to believe going forward in the DCU, we're going to see a lot more of the Inner Gang, because they're like one of those, like Lex Luthor's worked with them, the Riddler's worked with them, freaking so many different people has worked with them as being, you know, descendants of Apocalypse. They got their hands in so many things.
So who, if we were to compare the worst bad guy in Marvel was Thanos. That was the guy. That was the guy. All the other movies.
I mean, until Crane comes.
Until Crane. But so does DC have the equivalent of that?
Oh yeah.
Who is that?
That is Darkseid, and he would kick Thanos' ass in a second. In a second. So like it wouldn't be a 5-minute fight.
So, but you think Darkseid's coming, right? Like he fucking
better be. If he doesn't, I'll be so pissed. All right, so now here comes a big spoiler. Amon and Adriana Tomez, the two characters that discover Black Adam and stuff like that, right? And I really think this is where this story is going, and that's why I really like this story. They, in the comic books, are Black Adam's Marvel family.
Okay.
Adriana, is actually Black Adam's wife. They get married in one story.
Then they get their bang on.
And Amon, the kid, is, so right now, Black Adam is stronger than Shazam because Shazam is sharing his power. That's how he creates the Marvel family, is he shares his power. So he's not 100%. Black Adam is 100%. So if he shares his power, like how Shazam does, then he'll be weaker. And he does this in the comics where he gives it to Amon and Adriana because he doesn't want them to die. Well, this is where I think the story's going. Because when he creates that, then Amon kind of gets in his head like, ha, I'm a badass. I can do what I want. Da. He goes up and smacks around some people and does some shit like that. Well, then all of a sudden, there's some guy flying in the sky who doesn't like that. And his name is Superman.
Oh, that's where this going. So,
and Superman goes to confront him, and because he beats down Black Adam's son or adopted son, Black Adam comes to fight him, and Superman can't take him on by himself. So then his buddy Shazam comes in, and there's actually a cartoon movie called Shazam and Superman versus Black Adam.
Is it good?
I mean, it's decent. It's not that storyline, but it's a good storyline. And the thing about it is, like, I'm really like, is it going to be Superman has a weakness against magic like they do in the comic books? Because you know that it's not just kryptonite that beats Superman. It's a red sun, and he's powerless against magic.
So Superman showing up at the end of it, did you know that was coming? Or was he in the way?
No, I did not know that. I did not know that was coming. But man, great surprise! And he showed up in his colors. You know what I'm saying? He showed up in his colors.
I was also like, you'll probably just jizz his pants right now.
Twice. Twice.
Yeah.
I jizzed my pants twice. All right, let's get through a couple of these because some of these are very right over. At one point, they said that the helmet. Came from a different planet. It was because the Lord of Order and of Chaos, they live in a different dimension, and they kind of sent it here. Naboo, who's the son of the Lord of Chaos, that's the helmet of Naboo originally in the comics. They called the helmet of fate. He was actually a wisdom guy that gave information to the pharaohs of Earth, and then when he died, he just like gave all his power to the helmet, and so it empowers Naboo. When you put it on, you're Naboo. You're no longer whoever.
Okay.
They said it right. They said it right. When you put the helmet on, you're no longer that person.
Okay.
Atom Smash, Hawkman. They didn't give any fucking origin story on him whatsoever. There's like, hey, and he has the nth metal. I'm glad they said the nth metal, which is basically like vibranium.
Yeah.
It fucks up everything. They got 3 different ways they can go with that guy. They can do Hawk World story. They can do him as an archaeologist. They can do the reincarnation story. There's so many different fucking stories and how Hawkman exists that I don't know how they're going to go with that. But hey, whatever. Atom Smasher talks about his old suit, which indicates that they're going to give him a new suit, kind of like MCU did with Ant-Man, where the first movie was complete. The Epps suit was different than the next time you saw him. Tornado is the daughter of Red Tornado. She was injected with nanites that give her powers like wind control and stuff like that. Basically, think it's Storm from the X-Men.
Yeah.
This way. Emily Harcourt from Pacemaker showed up working with Adam Lawyer, which means Peacemaker is part of this universe.
And you're happy about that. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, God, I love Peacemaker, don't you?
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, my God.
I fucking love that show, dude. It's an amazing show.
I know, right?
Yeah.
All right. So when Black Adam walks through a wall or is destroying shit when he's fighting the dudes in the fucking room, the only thing he destroys is everything Superman.
Oh.
When he walks through the wall, it's a Superman poster. When he's lightning someone, he destroys the lightning Superman poster. Everything that it was in the room that got destroyed was only Superman shit.
Oh man.
Right?
Yeah, yeah. So that's his arch nemesis. Is that what we're going with?
His arch nemesis is Shazam.
Okay. But Superman.
Shazam's his arch nemesis. Superman's the guy that can knock him down like a motherfucker, though, because he's got more power by his punch.
And that's the next movie. He's gonna be like basically like.
Well, I don't know what Shazam Fury of the Gods is.
Okay.
And I don't know where Black Adam's going to I don't know how they're figuring it all out. Let them figure it out. They haven't even figured it out yet. I mean, James Gunn just took over.
Okay.
Literally just announced.
You don't think that she was like, here's what I think we should do. You don't think
I'm sure they're fucking working day and night on it, man. Battle damage suit. If you notice, his Black Adam when he first came out of the prison or whatever, his suit was all beat up,
dirty,
and then then he went back to his normal form.
Yeah,
and then when he came, it was all clean and you could see everything.
Yeah,
that's because you got to realize he was wearing the same clothes for 5,000 years.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see. When Fate dies, I already talked about that. When the helmet disappears, Superman, more comic book Superman. If you even notice, the John Williams theme from the original '78 was playing, and not just that, but he had the curl, the S curl in his actual hair. And like I said, this might set up the sequel, Black Adam, where Amon gets the powers, does something so bad that Shazam family, Superman interferes and sets up the Superman versus Shazam versus Superman versus Black Adam. Basically, the best way to think where I think they're going with this is basically this will be like Captain America Civil War.
Okay. I love Civil War, by the way. So
yeah, because you're going to have families and teams all slapping together. I think that's where they're probably going to go with either Black Adam 2 or maybe even Man of Steel 2. Who knows?
You couldn't be happier that Henry Cavill's back, though, could you?
And let me look over one more time. I think that's it, man. Right. I think I got through all of them.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for listening. Neil was able to drop a bunch of knowledge and Easter eggs for you guys. So if you, I know some of you are probably going to be searching the internet for the stuff that he showed us on the video feed of this. So thanks for that, Neil. I can count on you every time we have to do a comic.
I love talking comics. Every time we get a comic book movie, I love nothing more than to talk a good comic book movie. I could talk comic book movies for the rest of my life until I die. Because you know why? When I was a wee little lad, I thought the only Batman I was going to get was Adam West. I thought Christopher Reeves was going to be the only Superman I ever see. I thought in my life that I would never see all of this shit that went on. And I was always so thankful for what I got. I mean, now we're more movie critics and we're more like a little bit picky about, because, it's like every other movie is a fucking superhero movie now. But I never thought I was going to get to see this shit.
And now you do. Now you do.
Now I do. Yeah. And so I still try to go in with that thought of, God, hopefully this is an X-Men 3.
All right, we'll do. We're still figuring out what we're doing next week, but I think Pray for the Devil might be one of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
It might be the theater movie. Okay. You can do some.
And Weird Al doesn't come out for like another week.
Yeah, that's on November 4th. So
I know what we're doing. Pray for the Devil and VHS 99.
Perfect. I'm all about it.
Why don't we do 2 horror movies for the week, the couple days after?
Yeah. By the way, I want to mention this because I don't think your wife has seen Barbarian. It's down on HBO Max.
Yes, I saw it the other day. Actually.
Okay. All right. Well, my wife can't wait to watch it.
I thought you were going to say something else, like,
No.
happy anniversary or something.
Oh, happy anniversary, pal. Oh, yeah, it is. You're getting real close to that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's Saturday and Monday like it was the weekend of my actual wedding.
Leah's birthday is Tuesday, November 1st. So,
oh, yeah. We're going to be on Tuesday. We are going to Dropkick Murphys.
Oh, nice. That's going to be awesome. They're great live too.
So,
where are they playing? Canes?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Yeah, they got to. I know you're an Irishman and you love Dropkick Murphys and Flogging Molly probably. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I like both of them.
Okay.
And to be honest, Dropkick Murphys with this new album, boom. But man, we got to get out of here. We've been here for too long.
You visit us online at MoviesDon'tSuck.net. We're on Facebook, facebook.com/MoviesDon'Suck. We're on Twitter, MGS Podcast. We're on Instagram at MGS Podcast. We're on Patreon, patreon.com/MoviesDon'Suck. Go to bonfire.com/MoviesDon'Suck and something to do. Watch Facebook like that. Watch the Facebook like the page. Watch the YouTube, subscribe, and you send an old-fashioned email. Info@moviesdon'suck.net or moviesdon'suck@podcast@gmail.com, and we're all streaming platforms. You find Movies Don't Suck and something to do. What do you use for small business?
Small business, if you have one, let us know. Page us, message us, let us know, send us information. We would love to talk about you right here on our podcast. To our thousands of listeners, our millions of followers, we want to get you out there into the world. That's it, Chris. Let's wrap her up. That's another episode of Movies Don't Suck and Something to Do. My name is Neil.
I'm Chris.
And remember, guys, no matter times that you are a stranger, remember, if you don't talk shit, then Black Adam won't kill your ass. Have a good night.